Hey, what's the deal, Cowboys Nation? Oh, it's been a while since, I dropped something, but just had some things on my mind, I want to clear up. This ain't really got nothing to do with, like the preseason games so much of, like the Rams and the Niners games, even though we just played the Rams last night. Just some things, I really want to get off my chest as far as my views on how our offseason is going. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody, all the Cowboy fans. I do feel like, this can be a special year for us. The first thing I wanted to say, as far as Jason Witten, I'm not sure or how most of you guys feel as far as why he's back on the team. I don't think he's so much better than the tight ends that we have now. I just have one question for y'all. Like, who's the number one receiving touchdown? Well, I guess who leads the Cowboys? Let me rephrase that question. Who leads the Cowboys in receiving touchdowns all time? Forgot about that guy. That's the thing. Do you think Stephen Jones or Jerry Jones? Do you think they want to be number one? Who's number two? I think Jason Witten will get a lot of targets in the red zone, and he can possibly overtake Dez Bryant for that spot. And I just think that's the main reason why we see him back on our roster. That's just my opinion. I'm not really sure, how everybody else feels, but that's just my opinion. Something else. I always felt like Cedric Wilson was going to have a good year this year as far as preseason, training camp, practice, things of that nature. But I didn't put it on film, as another YouTuber will say, prove it with the film, which is a dope slogan, But I didn't do that, so I can't really take credit for that. But I feel like he will make this team. He will make it difficult for guys. Well, I don't even feel like the competition is as fierce as we originally thought. I mean, we don't have Allen Hurns anymore, and a couple of these other young guys they're making it easy for Cedric Wilson, to get a spot. Some other things I'm starting to realize now. Xavier Woods, I do want to touch on this. Oh man, that dude played a hell of a game last night against the Rams. I know I said I wouldn't lean too much on the games, but that dude, man, oh man, I really think he's going to be a big difference maker, a huge impact player, not only for our secondary, but just for our overall defense. I feel like he's going to win some battles. That's just how I look at it. As far as Dak Prescott and his contract, I just feel as though, man, when you're paying a young quarterback, as far as like someone that's in Prescott's shoes, or maybe Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, when you're paying some of these young guys, you have to understand that most of them will not produce right away as far as championships and Super Bowls. So when you're paying these guys, you're paying them based off of their ceiling and how much they can improve year after year, not so much what you get right now. Like, when you look at Prescott, you can't tell me that he's not going to get better. You can't tell me he hasn't gotten better now from when we first saw him in the preseason in his rookie year. So when you're paying him 35, 32, whatever, you're paying him for what he will eventually become year after year, or that ceiling, that potential, rather than what has he done for you now. That's when you pay guys like Phillip Rivers, and even when Romo got paid, and Joe Flacco. When you're paying vets, you're paying them based off of what they have done for you. But with these young guys, man, these guys are getting extensions rather quickly than original. Like a few years ago, man, you weren't asking for a new contract with 1 or 2 years remaining left on the original contract. So now, these players, they're starting to see how the NFL handles business, and some of them are ahead of the curve, and you can't really blame them for that. So it's a tough situation when you're a Cowboys fan and then you're a working man in America. You have to decipher the two as far as you're looking at your favorite team. That's just how I look at it. But I do see improvement with Dak Prescott and his pocket presence right now in preseason. With he only had about 10 throws so far, And I feel like, even though the completion percentage I think is 100, I don't think that, really, basically judges or determines how much he improved. Because he's throwing deep balls. He threw a deep ball to Gallup. Oh man, Des Bryant. And I just said that to one of my homies, man. Like, I really feel like Gallup is I ain't gonna say like a poor man's Des Bryant, because he still has potential. So I don't want to really disrespect him by saying that. But I do believe he's Des Bryant-esque. And I think he can, give us some of the things that we're used to as far as Mr. Des Bryant, which is one of my favorite Cowboy players, man. So shout out to Des Bryant. And I would definitely keep rooting for him, whatever he does. If he's, takes in a different genre in his career or whatever, he has my support. Just like I'm pretty sure other Cowboy fans will do the same thing for him. What else did I want to touch on? Taco, man, I believe Taco is definitely showing that it's a little too early to give up on him. I know he didn't come in right away and dominate like everyone else thought he would do. He didn't show the potential like a Randy Gregory or even DeMarcus Lawrence. But it's still a little too early for him, man. He's making plays. He's getting past the left tackles. He's getting the batted balls. He's putting pressure on the quarterback. So we want to see that carry over into the regular season. Even though a quote came out with him, he stated that he wasn't really asked to rush the quarterback as much as we thought. He was basically like just solidifying the end for the win game. So that's another thing you got to look at, man. If he's asked to not rush the passer, you can't really look for stats for sacks or quarterback pressures or quarterback hurries, whatever, if he's not asked to do that. So that's just another thing. What else did I want to touch on? A few things, man. Our depth isn't really as great as a whole as we thought. Mike White, man, I really think he's done this year. I don't think he's even practice squad material, just based off of what we've seen from him last year and even this year. He looks worse. And that's the same thing we seen with Cooper Rush. The first time we seen Cooper Rush in preseason, he looked great. The second year, he fell off. It wasn't nothing to be happy about. So I do feel like they tried to give him a chance yesterday by giving him some time with the tools, man, and he just didn't look healthy at all as a quarterback. However y'all feel about the Cowboys this year, our ceiling, our floor, any comments, however you feel about certain players and their performance in the preseason, go ahead and drop them off in the comment box. Go ahead and like and subscribe, man. We're going to keep coming at y'all in the future, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have a blessed evening and enjoy the rest of your day.